Senator Omidvar.
Thank you, Speaker. Thank you, colleagues, for your attention. I rise today to speak in support of Senator Gould's motion. Let's switch the channel a little. I am fully appreciative of Senator Plett's questions, unanswered as they may be, and I understand and appreciate the constructive role he has played in bringing a new motion to us that is imminently more palatable. I traveled today to Ottawa, like many of you did, by air, and frankly, I was a little surprised by how much more full the airplane was than I thought it would be. And until and unless our airlines get back on some kind of schedule, I imagine this will continue to be our experience. So disinfecting, hand washing, masking is going to be the order of the day in order to keep the entire Senate community, the people we interact with, our families, and our communities safe. I want to, however, provide us with a modicum of comfort, because I understand, I realize change is really hard, especially for those of us who are senior citizens, especially for those of us who are technologically challenged like me. But I want to provide us with a modicum of comfort by taking a short tour of those parliaments around the world that have implemented various forms of hybrid sittings to allow parliamentarians to fulfill their responsibilities in a safe environment. They are using online video conferencing like Zoom and Microsoft Teams, Cisco web meetings, Google Hangouts, and something called Zitsu. They're changing, therefore, the way they vote, how they conduct themselves, how they hold plenary sessions, and how they hold governments to account. For example, as early as March this year, let's think back to that time, we were, I think, fairly paralyzed. As early as March this year, the Belgian House of Representatives amended its rules of procedure to allow members to be considered present at selected plenary meetings, even when they were not physically present in the chamber, and to vote electronically or by email. Again, as far back as April, the British House of Commons implemented a temporary hybrid system that allowed a limited number of MPs to sit in the chamber under strict physical distancing rules, while the rest participated in the session using Zoom. This is very much akin to what Senator Gould is proposing. In May, the Parliament of Latvia, known as the Saeima, began using a new e-Saeima platform that allows plenary sittings to be held remotely, with MPs debating and voting in real time. The work of the Saeima remains open to the public, and sittings can be followed live on the Saeima website. Other countries that have implemented virtual or hybrid sittings at some point during the pandemic include Argentina, Belgium, as I noticed, Brazil, Chile, Latvia, Namibia, Paraguay, Poland, Romania, South Africa, Spain, Tanzania, the European Parliament, the Maldives, the United Kingdom. Countries that have conducted virtual committee meetings at some point during the pandemic include Australia, Croatia, Cuba, Denmark, Estonia, Greece, Iceland, Luxembourg, Mexico, New Zealand, Norway, the Philippines, Thailand, the Netherlands, and the Ukraine. And of course, let's add Canada to this list, because our House of Commons has been meeting virtually, and we ourselves have held certain committees, Senate and Social Affairs, virtually. To some extent, we come at this a little late, and perhaps there's a benefit to being Johnny-come-lately, because we can learn from the missteps and the improvements that other jurisdictions have made. So I will say that hybrid sittings are essential, even if they are not perfect, and I agree they are not perfect. The only way we will get to perfection, I believe, is when things will be normalized, when Canadians will be safe because we have a vaccine that is accessible to us. Until then, I don't think we should let perfection stand in the way of good. It is indeed a brave new world out there, and we must embrace it. Thank you.